Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video to the channel. Welcome to one of a couple of videos where we're going to go and test out the archaeology professors at all the various dig sites. So for this episode, we're going to go check out Sara because I do think Sara, along with Bandos, are going to be some of the better performers. But let's see how we go in terms of XP and GP as well. Now, I don't expect any real drastic difference in XP, but I'm still going to track it anyway because I like to see how we're doing in terms of XP per hour. And if there's a massive drop off, it just gives us a chance to pick out ones which are down in XP. Now, because it's Christmas, we're also going to have the effect of getting some wrapping paper as well, which would be really nice to rack up. Basically, what I'm doing is the loot video, which is probably on my channel already for the Christmas paper. This is how I'm going to get it. I'm just going to go and AFK several of the archaeology professors to gain no paper. So more of an incentive as well to do a bit more pickpocketing. There is a skilling week for the winter weeks, which does give you a better chance for thieving. But in terms of the setup, we're going to go for the standard as always. We're going to go for the camouflage outfit, the mushroom pickpocketing bag, and also the thieving cape. We're going to have the sticky fingers relic active throughout all this as well, which will give us 50% increase in our speed, but we'll lose 33% of the XP. But overall, in terms of everything, it will be pretty much even for that as well. Now, the thing is with the Master Archaeologist, there's lots of drops on the table. You can get Tetra Compass pieces. You can also get things like the archaeology buffs as well, which can take up your info a little bit. So because the archaeologists do drop quite a bit of stuff, I'm just going to go and take 2 yaks, a super restore, and also some scrolls as well, just to bank anything which we need. Just so we understand how many Tetra Compass pieces we get, we have 59 sets of all apart from 1, which is 60. So we know roughly where we are in terms of these items as well when we come to check where we're going to go. So with Sara, I've got no artifacts in the bank as well. So any artifacts we get from the Sara set will sort of just sit in the bank. I'm just going to grab my archaeology journal and let's head off and go to find the professors in Sara. Now, Sara is a very spread out dig site, so might take a minute or two to go and find the professors, but I'll find a spot which is good for me. I'll return back, we'll talk through it, and then we'll move on from there. Now, if you are enjoying the videos, please make sure to hit me a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. Because it is Christmas time, because it is December, we are trying to pump out various and different content for you guys as well. We're going to do all the archaeology dig sites just to give you guys an idea of which one's better. But don't just think we're doing that. We're doing plenty of other stuff. We're doing series. We're doing money makers. We are trying to cover as many different things on the channel as possible just for you guys to have enough to watch during your RuneScape adventures. Okay, so I found the archaeology professor. They are right in the southeast corner where the Stadio Debris is. So you know the procedure by now. We're going to go and take the legendary 5-finger aura. We're going to extend it by an hour and do a full 2 hours here at the archaeology professors for the Sara encampment. We're going to reset the XP as well. Just see if we got lucky or if we got a bit unlucky with the first video. And that's going to be it. In terms of the drops, we're obviously going to get chronos. We're going to get some GP as well. The items which you're going to get here are going to be the materials which is sort of used for the Everlight dig sites, or you can get from the Everlight dig sites as well. And also the Tetra Compasses, we're going to get archaeology artifacts, and also the buffs for archaeology as well. Really solid thieving one. And to be fair, I think the professors are probably my favourite one. Just need to make a couple of tweaks with the info so things can just stack up. But I do think you'll always need a yak, just in case you get lucky on things like Tetra Compasses as well. Now, not only are we going to track things like GP, which we're going to start this episode off on 4.2 mil because I forgot to empty my pouch. We also have a decent stack of wrapping paper. We already have 600, so we're going to start from 600 wrapping paper as well and see where we get in terms of that. So hopefully we can provide you guys with a few stats from this video as well. I know you guys have been loving the thieving video, so I kind of wanted to keep them going a little bit. And this different dig site one just gives a nice little reason to go and do it as well. I am debating going to go and do things like stalls and chests because I think there's so much stuff in this thieving update that it can really help you out. And 7-Day Bond as well is going to be doing a little thieving quest to go and get wrapping paper as well. But as you can see, the info started to pick up. I'm not going to waste your guys' time. I really want to make sure that these videos are action-packed and I'm not waffling on. So I'm going to finish it there. But if you are enjoying, drop me the like, subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out. And what I'm going to try and do over this month is to convince you guys that it is worthy of subscribing to the channel because the videos I've got planned and they're going to come out are going to be top quality. However, going to finish there. I'll report back in 2 hours with how we're getting on and what we're doing, and we'll run through how we finish up and what we get in terms of GP a little later on. So we are back after 2 hours of just AFKing away, enjoying our time thieving as well. I really, I know I've mentioned it a couple of times, really enjoy this skill currently with how much AFK it currently is. Right, so we need to do a good little bit of admin to start. So we started this with 4.2 mil cash. So we're going to need to withdraw 2.6 mil, which to be fair, is kind of what we had in the previous one. Now, one thing which is really noticeable is we've got an awful lot less binding contracts. With the Buisness video, we got 98 binding contracts, and that roughly equated to 8 mil. I was working off 80k per binding contract, whereas this time we're at 73, so almost 25% less in terms of the binding contract profit which we've made. In terms of artifacts, we got 8 artifacts to roughly get about 4 per hour, whereas in this dig site we've managed to get 9 of the Sara ones, and to be fair, most of them are very decent. Like, we've got some of the higher tier ones there, and then some of the lower tier, so it's a nice balance between the two, but 9 artifacts, pretty much where we were in terms of that. The tech compasses were considerably lesser, really noticeable how less we got, so we only really got 7 pieces. Whereas with the Buisness one, I was thinking I was getting more like 3 or 4. I was having to bank with the yak an awful lot more at the Buisness one compared to the Sara one. And again, this might just be purely RNG. Like, over a bigger period of time, I'm sure it would balance out. But we only really got a total of about 7 Tech Compass pieces, which is just under 1 per hour. The other important thing though is, what is the price check going to say? Because this is where I think that the Sara set will come in quite strong, because some of the Sara items, so we've got the Silverlight, the Star, are normally quite expensive. Same with Cobalt Blue. Cobalt Blue is a decent amount of GP as well, and Keramos can be expensive at times. So let's go through these in. The Archeology buffs were pretty much around the same. I didn't really keep track of them. I didn't really consider them anything because they're not worth money or anything like that, so I didn't really add that in. But if we go and add all these drops in really quick, so all in terms of the cash and all the other stuff, and the chronos as well, I'll just make sure to add those in. That is 6 mil GP, which, to be fair, was very similar to the Buisness set. So even though we've got different materials at different dig sites and different prices, it really is surprising how on the nose, like, the material prices combined are, the cash is. The thing where we've lost out the most here is going to be the binding contracts and the tech compasses. They were dramatically different and a real big hit compared to the actual price of the first set. So I think we're going to go and continue this, because we've still got things like Armadillo, we've got Zamorak, we've also got Dragonkin as well to go and finish this set. And maybe even the Ancient one as well. Yeah, we've still got the Ancient dig site to do. And I think it'd be a really good example to show you, like, where the peaks and troughs can be. Like, I'd like to see the Ancient one, because normally those materials are very, like, low, because you can do it in free to play. There's a free to play supply, so normally the Ancient materials from the Ancient Gravel are a little bit cheaper. Whereas we've just done 2 of the best members sets, so yeah, I think it'd be a good way to go and show you guys, like, what you can do from these different professors, where the GP can change, which ones are better for certain things, and then also as well show you guys some banging thieving videos. And to round the video off, the XP 2.8 mil was roughly the same as what we got from the Buisness one, which again was not really a surprise. I wasn't too surprised that the GP was going to be the same, the XP was going to be the same. I thought we'd have a bit of a stark difference, and to be fair, in terms of the GP side, we did. But it was mainly because of binding contracts. It wasn't due to the materials. The materials were a very sort of solid price. It was the binding contracts and the tech compasses which have brought it down as well. So with the extra professors, we're going to go and loot. I'm going to keep building up my tech compass stash, and then over Christmas, I'll go and make sure to do all the tech compasses. We'll have a nice big loot video, or 2 or 3, and we'll see if we can get lucky and go and get Tony's Matic. And who knows, we might even squeeze 200 mil thieving. Currently, as we are speaking, 145 mil. Since thieving has started, we have done 40 mil thieving. The XP from just doing pickpocketing really is something special. Heist apparently is even better, and maybe once we've done all these pickpocketing videos, we're ahead on the content, we're ahead on where we want to be in terms of videos out for you guys. Let's go and do a little bit of heist and see if we can get lucky. The drops have been changed in terms of their rates, so they are considerably better than what they were. So maybe that's the time for us to go and give it a go and go and look out. However, what do you think to my loot? Do you have a particular dig site which works best for you for the Archeology professors? Let me know of any videos you want me to do and cover as well. Plenty of stuff related to Christmas events, going to hunt out that wrapping paper coming forward. But thank you guys so much for watching. Really hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys very soon in the next one.